Hello, guys. Tonight's episode is with the cast from Jason in Indianapolis, and we're going to be talking about acting careers for everyone that is here tonight. Um, I do want to apologize for the first session that we put out. Our video wasn't working correctly, so we've hopefully got it corrected this time, and we hope you enjoy and share and pass it on. And here tonight we have Anna Xaden, Linda Williams, and mindi. Am I saying it right? Knode,
Knode, yeah.
knode. And we're going to start with Anna tonight, talking about where we started at in acting, what we like about it, and where we're going with our career here.
So I got my start in 2007 with a director named Donald Farmer, who was doing a movie called Chainsaw Cheerleaders. We worked together at a stamp and sign company. We were both typesetters. So he had seen me communicate with other people, and he came up to me one day. He's like, "I got a job for you." So that pretty much started my acting. We filmed in Georgia. That was my first time being in Georgia, so that was pretty cool. Did the filming. I had to learn my lines in like a few days, so that was a little challenging. But after that, I ended up moving from Tennessee, where we were from, and ended up going to California. Got no acting jobs while there because I was busy working at a tattoo shop. Then I moved to New York, and Donald called James Balsamo and got me another part. So from there, I've worked with them multiple times. And then a few years ago, I started trying out for movies from like IMDb Pro and stuff. Got a few off of that and ended up like moving to Mexico where James Balsamo contacted me again, and I got to do remote roles at that point. So since that year, I think it was 2020, I've been doing remote roles. Except for last year in December, I went to Tennessee and ended up filming for Darby's Scream House, which will be out soon, hopefully. Can't wait for y'all to see that. That's got a lot of people like Mel Heflin and Jessa Daisy, or correction, Jessa Flux. And see, Angel Bradford was in it,
Okay.
and Ashley Amberlin. They were all super chill, so it was really fun working with them. And I also model for horror stuff. I like doing bloody makeup and stuff like that. So,
That's sweet. You mentioned Mel Heflin. She's part of our cast, too.
yes, she was super cool.
I'm trying to get her to be on the show. She said she can, but she just has to. Her schedule is very tight, so
Yeah, she's very busy a lot.
yeah,
But she's like such a sweetheart.
she is.
When they all walked in the door like at separate times, I jumped up. I felt like a fangirl because I've seen them on Facebook. I've seen their movies, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Mel!" So everybody was giving hugs. It was really cool.
Have you worked
But
with Heather Harlow?
I haven't worked with her yet. But we've been friends on Facebook for a while. I want to work with her in person. That'd be awesome. Because
That's what I was
she's a
hoping to do.
sweetheart too.
She is, and
Yeah.
I finally got her signed, but right now her foot's. She just had surgery, but she's going to be coming over here, hopefully in June, to film her scene with me. So
Nice.
I had to rewrite a complete new scene just for her because she couldn't be here on the day for the other scene. So
I got you. Well, hopefully her foot heals up quickly and she'll be good as new.
yep. All right, Miss Linda, tell us about you and your career.
Well, I started off in modeling and then I was an extra in a wrestling film, which was fun and a different experience for me. I had to hang out there for 3 days, so I just kind of bounced around from one place to another in Chicago, stayed in the car for 3 days. It's not fun. And it was hot, so but it was fun filming. And I got to meet a bunch of pro wrestlers, women wrestlers. They were really good, talented. Um, so I was in that one, and then I was in like a short type film, and I got to star in that, and I had fun doing that. And I did like some voice work, and then I was in a film where I played like a sort of like a madam or whatever in that, and I did like an extra scene where I set up in this little cubby type thing. It's like a B-roll footage where I was playing around with a knife as people walked in and out of this tent area, like a post-apocalyptic type of era. It was like a store, or whatever, where they were shopping and all that. But I did that, and then I did the scene here for you for the reporter, and then I'll be the reporter who dies while interviewing somebody, and then I'm playing another character which don't know the name yet, and she dies too. So.
Yep. On that last one, I'm still trying to see where it's at, because I got to see where my time runs at. So I know
Okay.
I had you and one other person supposed to do another scene, and that was a fill in if I need it. So I'm waiting to see where the time frame lies. But
Different than that character?
who?
Is it different than that character?
Yes, it's a different character. But I know I use you as an extra at the dance scene walking, and I think Robin was there too. She was going to be walking on the sidewalk as an extra, just as a person from the back, so you can see them, and then you guys would scream and run.
Okay. That
And now
sounds good.
over to Miss Mindy over there.
So I'm kind of like new to this whole thing. Like I've been around as a local producer, director, filmmaker. Matt Burns, he uses uncle's band's music for his movies. The Voodoo Love Gods and the Left. So that kind of got me introduced to Matt Burns, and then he introduced me to Boone Johnson, and that's how I got in the Legend of Crickfoot. And so I have the Transylvania Hellhounds Killer Camp Out 2 music video, just like a couple seconds. And so I'm in this movie as a reporter from Ohio. And then I'm a teacher in the Halloween the 31st movie. I got a couple other things I'm working on too, like a script, maybe a couple other parts, but I'm working.
Yeah, me and everybody that's involved in the 31st was kind of in a collaboration at the beginning, but then we had to mutually part ways due to fears of some legal issues and copyright issues that we just couldn't come to an agreement on. So we had to part ways and just move forward. But
Yeah.
we're here now, and so a couple more days and I start shooting. So
It's exciting.
I'm nervous. I've only done one movie, and it's not out yet. It's Detour. And I played a bouncer, which is what I was doing for my full-time job at a music venue. So I was asked if I wanted to do my real job in a film, and I'm like, yeah, and I did it. And before that, I was going to do security for somebody who was needing someone to keep the traffic slowed down, and they were going to use me for security. But then his actor fell through, and that was the first time I acted, and I got killed in a scene, but they scrapped it, and it was for the first harvest. But then he brought me back to do another scene for a short that leads up to the movie, and it was just One Good Day with by Paul Allen, where I basically got my ass beat by him, but it was an experience, and the way he shot is kind of similar to how I'm gonna shoot, because Anna's been on a set, Mindy, you've been on one, Linda, you've been on one. Y'all know when you got a budget, you can have a nice set up. but no budget, you got a cameraman that's going to help you, and maybe one or two other people that'll be there with their phones recording additional footage. So that's how ours is. But I got lights for nighttime, and I got little spotlights that can change colors and stuff to give it an effect look. One of our makeup artists, Kat, she's getting ready to make some blood. But she's also working on the jacket, which, oh my God, if you look at the pictures I've posted of the outfit before with the green jacket, the same green jacket she's got now, it looks like it's 50, 60 years old. Like it's done went to hell and space and buried the ground, saturated in water for ages. She's killing the jacket.
Nice.
And then she's going to be on set doing all the makeup from all the cuts, slashes, and wounds. So, everything's a new experience for me because I didn't have makeup. I've never been around makeup, never had to deal with it. And the fake blood that we used in the first time I ever made a movie was a gallon of blood I put in my mouth. So when he stabbed me, it came out of my mouth. And then he pulled my tongue out and I had to spit out more. So that was my first experience with it, but it washed right out. My clothes came clean. So that was my fear with the jacket, with makeup on like Linda. When Linda's scene comes up, I got a makeup artist to give her the cuts and give the other guy cuts. And then I was like, how can I make the blood? I don't want the cheesy blood. You see these fan films and the blood looks like Kool-Aid, or it looks like some spaghetti sauce or some ketchup. I'm like, oh, that don't look right. Okay, y'all could have went to Spirit Halloween and got something better, but damn, for real, you just went in the kitchen and got some ketchup. And I'm like, I'm trying to do something here because
Sorry.
I can't act. I can't get no acting jobs. I can't afford to travel and get a job and then get paid at the end of it. I just ain't got the money to survive till then. And so I was like, I got to do something. I want to do something, and I want to do something iconic, known, and pay tribute to it. And so I picked this. It's easy. It's very easy, but we got a story. Most of you guys, Mindy knows most of it, as she's been involved since I lost somebody, and she said, hey, I'll take on that role. Let me have it. She's killed every second of it.
But I can.
So, bringing us all together like that, I'm thankful because I never expected it to get this far, ever. I thought it was going to be a 40-minute short and do something silly and ignorant and just be done with it. And then it just blew up into a feature that's got a storyline. And then, CJ Graham, he joined. He played Jason in part 6. It baffled me that he was like, yeah, I'll be a part of that. I'm like, wow, thank you. And having Anna contribute a song that she wrote for this, and Mindy creating a sign, and Linda doing more than one part to fill in the gaps that needed to be done, and everybody involved. Mel taking the time out of her busy schedule to get on because she knew I was following her and I wanted to be in a film with her. Are you guys doing any casting? I've done it for almost 3 years with her, asking her if they needed any extras, any cast members. I can travel, I can come, because I wanted to be in a film with her, just like with Heather Harlow. And I got to know Anna because I seen her with her name connected to Mel's, and I was like, well, let me hit up Anna. What is she? And I didn't know what she was at the time, and I said, oh, she's an actress too. Well, let me send her a note. Hey, you want to do a remote scene? She was like, yeah, I'm looking for one right now anyways. So, and I wanted just people that wanted to be a fan and like you three have all acted, so y'all have an IMDb, y'all have experience, but some of our cast doesn't. Like Brandy here in Indianapolis, she has none, but she's excited to get killed. and, and then we got my son. He's 9 years old. Since I came up with this 10 months ago, he was like, I want to get killed by Jason. I'm like, no, you don't. He's like, well, you have the hockey mask. You can do it. We can do it in the front yard. We did like 7 scenes before I even got an actress or anybody involved, just because he wanted a scene. I'm like, all right, let's go out here and do a scene. And I got like 5 or 6 of them and all kinds of pictures from the beginning when all I had was a mask and a jacket. And, you know, his grandmother was like, no, you can't kill a kid on the TV, especially my grandson. So we got into it. And so I was like, okay. Because she yelled at me for taking a picture when I got the mask and the jacket and the original underskin. I had a latex mask of the villain from Stranger Things. I had his mask because it looked good, so I put the hockey mask on it, and I used it, but it don't work well. And I took a picture with a knife and had my son in a chokehold like this with the outfit on. And she raised teetotal hell saying, that's a real knife. You know, CPS can get called on you. They can come and take that kid away from violence and for you. That's abuse. And we both said, Mom, it's for a picture for the movie I'm getting ready to do. It's a promo photo. She goes, no. I'm like, okay. I pulled it down. I took it away. And she says, he better not have anything to do with that movie or nothing. I'm like, well, look, he going to be in the movie. But he ain't going to get killed. So I put him in a scene. And then one of my nephews, he's in the scene as a body double for my feet. And so, you know, doing something that you've never done before, but you want to do something in the field, like Anna, you want to get more live action filming.
Yes.
Mindy,
I also want to get killed in a movie.
Yes.
Exactly,
Technically,
right?
they've killed me off, but you never see it. Like I got gutted by a spoon, but I laughed the whole time. So, so it didn't really work as me getting killed.
And Mindy, you want to do more because you enjoyed your work on Crickfoot.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And Linda wants to do it because she just enjoys doing it when she's got the time to do so.
Yep.
And we all want to do it. And no matter, we've all done free stuff before. We've all done stuff because we want to do it, just to do it because we like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you offer pay, cool. I'm going to jump on board too. But if not, and I like it, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
And trying to build this cast up, when I first started, I posted in all kinds of casting sites all over America, all over in groups and everything. And so many people's like, man, I'm not going to do nothing for free. You got to pay me for my skill. And I was like, okay, well, he was like, I said, do you have an IMDb? And he's like, no, I don't need one. I've been in 12 films. I'm like, well, just because you've been in 12 films don't mean you're an actor. That's you and your buddies with an iPhone down the road somewhere. I said, when you get on IMDb, then you can tell me that you're an actor, because I don't believe anything you have to say, no matter what your YouTube has. That don't mean nothing to me. And he was like, well, you ain't going to get no cast and crew. And about a month ago, I got a message from him asking if he could join the cast and crew. And I at first I deleted him and all that, so I didn't really remember him. And I'm like, nah, I'm pretty much filled up by now. I got almost 50 cast members. I really don't need no more. I got more than I thought I was ever gonna have. And he's like, well, do you have a budget yet? I'm like, no, I have no budget. This is all voluntarily. Everybody's involved because they want to be involved. And he goes, well, damn, man, I never thought you'd be able to do that. A couple months ago, like 7 months ago, when you were looking for people, I gave you the riot act. I'm like, use that dude out of Indiana casting. He's like, yeah, I never meant to be disrespectful. I was like, well, it's too late for her. Sorry, brother. Anybody can do anything. You just can't give up on it. I didn't care if it took me 2 years to get where I'm at in this 9-10 months. I was going to make this film, whether it was for 5 people or 60 people.
Yeah.
And Mindy talking to me, other people seen stuff she's posted, has reached out. Same with Anna, Linda, everybody somehow, some way, it's just brought us all together. With cast, with crew, with the podcast. I had talked about doing this before because of security, but security don't work too well right now. Nobody wants to. Everybody's covered, but I'm getting my foot in the door the other way by doing photography now. So this podcast coming together brings an aspect of a lot of different genres. We're all actors. Anna sings. Mindy does arts and crafts. Linda does all kinds of different stuff. We all have more than just acting here. And we're all trying to build ourselves with followers and likes and shares and views to help us bring more content to the people that watch us.
Right.
And we're not Hollywood yet. I mean, I'm hoping, because Anna, you have a lot more than I have, and you've done more in acting than I have. Same with Mindy. She's got more professional stuff to her than I do, just because of Crickfoot and the production company. I have none of that. So, me doing all these different aspects of stuff because I'm a bored individual. And I got 4 kids, and one's 9 years old that runs me ragged. That I can't have a full-time job and go work a 40-hour straight week because I have to take kids to doctor's appointments, and I got to take kids to this, and I got to do this and that. That if I have too much time on my hands, I'm gonna lose my mind. So I'm a good artist, but I ain't gonna make no money off that. My goal is, with making this film and showing how anybody can take a dream and a vision and reach out to one person they know that's in the industry or anything, and go from one person and have 60 people come together, just shows anybody can do it. And like Anna was, when I first talked to you, like almost 2 years ago. Oh no, about a year and a half ago. I had reached out and said, you said, yeah, I'm an aspiring actress. I've only been in a couple things. But then right after that, as we started working together and sharing and bouncing stuff back, you went from like that to like 8-9 projects since then.
Yeah, I finally got over the fear and started just going for it. Because used to, I let the fear of how am I going to get there? How am I going to do this? How am I going to learn the lines? Everything just built up. And this time, well, a few years ago, I was just like, you know what? I want to do it. I'm going to do it. So I started going for everything. And I've kind of slacked off a little last year, but there was like some stuff going on with people. So it's like I had to just kind of ride it out. And this year I've been auditioning more. So I haven't gotten, well, no, I have gotten a few actually. So it's pretty good. Those are still under like construction.
Yeah. But at least you're getting out there. That's the thing.
Yeah. And you were the first one to want my music in your film. So I was like, okay, that's awesome. So thank you for that. Definitely.
No problem. I'm going to do something. I've tried to bring in people that I knew that's trying to build their brand up. Because, outside of Adelita's Way, which was a total complete surprise when he agreed to let me use a song, they're up there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had one song that just fits my movie that I wanted so bad that I had went to a show and got to meet the lead singer, and
Oh,
we
no.
we talked back and forth, and I just asked him, and he's like, "Yeah, go ahead, man, have at it." And so after that, I was just hitting people I had worked for, people who did do music that I
Mhm.
knew or had told me they did, so I can have a different type of feel to the film.
Mm-hmm.
And every style of music that goes through the film is there's rap, there's rock, there's rap rock, there's alternative, there's a genre of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, doing that just brings more outlook to you, because then they'll be like, oh, okay, bam, they hit you up. And that's what it's all about, is trying to do the best you can and build other people up as well as yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Miss Lynn? What you got coming up next?
Other than the movie, I'm wanting to work on jewelry. I'm working on a book, stuff like that.
Right on. And what about you, Mindy?
Um, well, like a few, but one of the main things now I'm working on the script. I can't really say much yet. Gonna be, I can tell you that.
Okay. I don't have nothing but this. And this is taking every ounce of energy out of me and stress levels, because I got to. Oh, I heard a kitty kitty.
All right, yeah. Hey, your cat.
Yeah, he tore everything down the
Oh,
window just a few minutes, well, like 20 minutes ago.
that's cute.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you
I
said
don't.
you didn't have any experience, but really, just like when I first came into this, it seemed like you did have a bunch of experience. So you're doing pretty good, I think.
Well, the experience is not really the hands-on experience, I'll say. I I've been a movie buff since way before I was a music buff. And I'm also I've got a college, almost a college degree. I'm 3 credits from a degree. So, and then 3 credits is a writing course that honest to God, it's pointless to do it. I mean, but still, I I've got a lot of history from college and growing up. That was my main passion of education, was history, and movies was my second passion. So I combined the two to learn more about movie history and how they started, where they began at, how they created the film, and
Oh,
uh,
good.
what the different positions of the films were, and the behind the scenes aspect of it, that I could understand and watch a movie better and know that, you know, I could see mistakes made that shouldn't have been made, that wasn't edited right, or, you know, can see one that, yes, I can see you keeping that in the film, or wait a minute, somebody ain't doing their job, that shouldn't have been in there. And I see those and I criticize everything I see, because it's just what I've learned how to do for some reason. I don't know why. I can watch the film, understand it, but I also criticize it. And then before this, I couldn't find nothing. I was like, I couldn't get an agent. I couldn't get onto a talent agency. I didn't have no experience, no acting skills, no nothing. And they're like, you got to go do all this and that and the other. Well, I paid almost three, if not $4,000 for my daughter to go to acting classes. And when she graduated, they wanted her to pay more to get over here, more over here, more over here. And I was like, yeah, I ain't doing all this. You tell me to pay for this shit, I'm not doing it. You tell me I got to pay you to get over here, that ain't how the industry works. You take me on, you put me in a film, I get paid, you get paid. I said, I know how the thing works. Just nobody in that type of industry market right there wants me because I have no experience. So I said, I'm going to make my own. I went and read a lot of stuff, watched a lot of YouTube videos, watched a lot of tutorials by Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, because that's where they started at, was taking a homemade RCA camera and doing stuff. American Graffiti was made with a video camera. A plain old buy it at Walmart, Kmart back in the day video camera. George Lucas's very first film was done with an old school Betacam. Steven Spielberg wouldn't be Steven Spielberg if he hadn't snuck in every day from the age of 8 all the way up to 14 into the studio, because he lived right down the street. He snuck in every day after school and eventually worked his way onto a set and got asked to help out. And from that day forward, we know him as Steven Spielberg. No acting experience, no nothing. He sat and he watched. He learned everything by looking and watching and listening. And he still has no degree. But he's one of the best damn directors and producers in the world. And so I just started watching and learning and realizing that, yeah, I fucked up in the beginning. I did. I totally screwed up because I was unorganized. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't. I'm learning as I go. But I also know that when I do something next time, that I know who to contact now. I go get my script done, my story put together on paper, see what I need to have, then go out and start hitting up my contacts that they want to be involved, and then getting the ones I need, and then moving on and on and on. Yeah, it's a kaleidoscope right now, but it's going to come together. I've already got it written out how it's from every scene that I need to shoot. I've got it wrote down. All the ones with the actors are scheduled, so those will take place. And then I got the ones where I have to do my own, and those are already written down and scheduled. And then I already have them all lined up by numbers to put into my editing to put it all together. Which songs go where, how to space them, all of it. I know how to do it. I've never done it. And so that's why I said it's a learning process as I go forth. But on my photography website, I just posted 2 videos I made for 2 wrestling companies. And one of them is Jerry the King Lawler's celebration that I'm doing this weekend. But it shows how I've taken a bunch of pictures, my music, and some other little added details and made a video for it. And it was a rush job because it was spur of the moment. But the movie, I've already got half of it put together. And I know I got time numbers and know where to go put in this scene. I had to go put it in here. And this scene, I had to go put it in here. I know how to do that because I've done that part. But to put it all together with the music and everything, that's going to be a learning process, but it's going to come together. Because I practice every day with something. I make something every day to practice with that program. Plus, I've learned how to make music. So that's a new thing, too. So we got 33 minutes in. If anybody else wants to talk about anything else about acting or music or anything general.
Well, I will say I had a lot of fun making this song for the Holy Mask. I don't know. I was playing around with music after you asked if I wanted to do some music. And I made a song that night and then started writing the lyrics. And then I think it took like a few days or so before I put the lyrics to it. But it was a ton of fun.
Yeah. I remember when we were talking back and forth, and I was like, he was like, yeah, I got one. And he sent me like 4 or 5. I picked the first one that I liked.
Yeah.
And then you came back and said, I can write one for it if you want me to. I was like, sure, go ahead. And then I had like 4 or 5 artists that I had worked for saying, "Hey man, you need a song for your movie?" I'm like, yeah, why not? Come on with it. And so now I got like 9 artists throughout the film, and
That's pretty cool. You'll definitely have to do a soundtrack.
Yeah,
I'm-
that's what I was gonna say.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of doing that. And then I'm gonna try to make a video with all the songs in it, but I have to see how long the songs are total
Mhm.
to how I'm gonna put footage in there. Am I gonna have while Anna's playing? Am I gonna have snippets of her from her video
Mhm.
coming in and out with the Jason footage of the movie? I was gonna make like a long video with all the songs and just footage all the way through it,
That'd be cool.
and then I was gonna release a soundtrack if I have permission from everybody's
Mhm.
respectable management to do so.
Nice.
Because I got Redburn, I got Justin R, which is Hitman, Franklin Embry, Adelita's Way. I've got Anna, I've got Chris Palmore and Brent Butler. They're currently working on a theme song for the end. I have the movie score from Zemo72. He busted out a very killer ass score that just fits the mood of certain scenes that I'm going to use it through. And he just sent me another one for the ending scene of the movie where the last part of Jason before he goes back to the lake.
Nice.
I can't.
So it's going to sound good, look good, and I'm only missing some key elements. I'm missing some machete sound effects that I have searched, and all I find is knives, and they don't sound right.
Hmm.
I've looked for sound effects of like knives or swords swooshing through the air, footprints in mud and dirt, gravel, just certain footprint feet effects, and then choking, strangling effects, blood splatter effects, things like that. I found a few, but not a lot of them. It's hard to find them.
I may be able to work on some of those. If my
Okay.
brother still has a machete, I can definitely do that.
Okay.
The blood spatter, I can do that too. So
Okay.
just the sound?
Yeah, just the sounds.
Okay, I can work on that. That'd be fun.
Unless you think you or your brother can capture good footage in the air with nothing on the ground, like the machete flying through the air, because that's a scene I've been trying to get down pat where I throw it.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, I have a huge yard that nothing's around it but trees, so I can definitely chunk it. So
Okay,
I'll see if he still has that. See if he'll let
Okay.
me borrow it. Yeah, that'd be fun.
right on. Mindy killed that. Did you see that sign behind her?
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Well, now you got me thinking of different sounds I could do. I'm brainstorming in my head. Cause you
Hey,
know about all that stuff, like I don't know. It's a lot more than just filming scenes when it comes to movies.
Mm-hmm.
True. And a lot of them, they, have like some sort of disclosure when I've tried to download them that I can't use the footage or the sound without having some sort of embedded code or something, and I don't have no clue how to do none of that. I can't write code, so I'm not about to sit there and mess with that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I can do the choking sounds too.
Okay. That would
So
work.
yeah, I'll work on those and send them to you.
Okay. Just send them in the email.
Okay, cool. That was going to be my next question.
You have it, don't you?
Yeah, I still have it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Linda? What you gonna Oh, did she
you
leave? Oh no, she popped
No,
away.
I'm here.
she moved spots.
You play music with
Oh, she switched.
Do you did you say that you had did you had anything when we were talking before?
Oh, what? Music or
The
sound
sound
effect?
effects.
I can probably do a few.
Okay.
I know someone that has a machete too, so if you have a problem with it, I can talk to him. The movie that I was in, they were using a machete in a cage,
Okay.
Ooh.
and he does masks. He does sound effects too, I think. So I'm not asking about it.
Yeah. When you talk to him, let me know.
Okay.
And Mindy's over there, brain. Look at her face. She's just
I
like,
know.
I'm gonna come up with something.
You see the coming from like,
I'll have that other logo for you probably tonight because
oh yeah.
when I get off of here, I got to go on a Zoom with them and talk. They're
Yeah.
helping me. Excuse me.
Hush. Shh. Sorry.
Your cat wants to get in the conversation.
He always does. I was telling Sam, he jumped up and started kissing me on the face during one podcast. The guy's just like, "What's
Oh,
going on?"
that's funny.
So yeah, I got to get off. When I get off of here, I'll be going on with Angified Presents, which is helping me with this podcast and going to be helping with a lot of the editing and sounding after the film's done too. So, because I have no clue on how to do the sound. So,
Mm.
I had a question.
yep,
The link tree thing, did you happen to fix that? The payments,
the
like
payments. Oh,
where it gets sent to? Yeah.
the Indiegogo.
hmm
Uh,
I don't want to put my credit card on there and then like have them lose what I put on there.
it's gonna come back to wherever it was paid from.
Oh no, I wanted to donate money to it for the
Oh,
movie,
I haven't
but I
got
don't
the
know
new
if I
one
trust
yet.
Indigo.
I
Okay.
haven't got the new one up yet. I'll be putting it out here probably after the 10th or the 11th.
Okay.
I'm waiting on the payment from the other one to come through. Then I can put the other one up.
Okay.
And then those that donated to the first one that never went through, those donations are going to be refunded probably here in the next month or so because it's been almost 6 months now. So,
I need address to send like the sign to and stuff like that. Whenever I get the
okay, I can do that when we get off of here. I can send that to you.
okay. And I might have, I don't know if you'd be interested, but a friend of mine made like bracelets, right? I didn't know, and I thought, you got, I can't even hear. Um, so, but how he makes them, like he can do like words in them, and I said it might be cool if you could do like or something like that on the bracelets. And I was thinking, what if I could send just a couple and maybe you could put them in with something?
Yeah, I can use that. Like I got the meet and greet coming up the 18th, and then June or July I have another one up in Kokomo that I'm going to. I'm gonna be there the whole day. So
Is that the one you told me about?
yeah, up in Kokomo at the comic show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then next year and maybe this year, my buddy Mickey Tate does Midwest Comic show over in Illinois, and he's got one in September after the movie comes out that he said he can give me a guest spot out in the hallway and put my table up and stuff. So I'm thinking about taking him up for one day and going out there and having a thing to try to do pre-sale the DVDs and anything else that we may have to just try to build a little flux up to use for something in the future. But I'm still trying to raise $300 to get a theater because I really want to have a premiere of it. I just think it would be an awesome event to do, but the bottom line is 300, and I can't. I got 113 coming. I could put it over here, but I need blood and I need other items to film. And I was just going to put it up until I got built up to that. And I have up until September, August. So I'm still going to keep trying.
You'll get it. Oh, you'll get it.
I think Eddie was trying, and then they told him no. They didn't like the genre of the music or the content because he was real religious, and they told him no. So
too much blood, something like that. Violence.
Yeah. Well, we're down to 45 minutes in. If you guys are all comfortable with what we talked about, then I can probably close out a little early tonight.
Yeah.
I had an idea of something I was looking into. I got to check the cost of it. I was thinking about getting shirts printed off.
Okay.
What do you think about that? And then I'll see if I can find like a laser printer shop or somebody that like charges by like, I don't know, 100 or whatever it is.
Yeah, that sounds okay.
And then I'll talk to you over the idea.
I was thinking about getting like those snap bracelets or some buttons made up too. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea too. Yeah.
I am getting stickers printed, so when I go and to stuff, I can sell them for like $1, $3 a piece or something. So.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, it was nice talking with you guys again, and actually doing it on video this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to thank Anna, Mindy, and Linda again for putting up with me and coming back again for another time to catch up and do it on video. We want to thank all of you for watching that tune in, share, comment. I'll respond as soon as I see it. I will start a new Indiegogo here coming up in about 2 weeks. And if you're not following, please follow, share it, subscribe it, get us out there. We're just trying to build our brand and get everybody some followings and boost our careers for everybody and make more content for you guys to enjoy. Yes. So thank you for tuning in and stay tuned for the next one. I got a lineup of guests scheduled coming up in the next 2 months. So thank you and have a good night.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Toodaloo.